integrated the way we know them. They are so adept at telling the kind of person you are. If there's a hint of feeling superior to them, or feeling that, oh, these poor people, how could they live this way, you know, they pick up on it, and immediately creates a barrier that prevents you from really getting to know them. But on the Congo, after my partner drowned tragically, I went on with African paddlers. And I'd go into a village and arrange through the chief to have 10, 12, 14 different of his men that he knows would work with a white man. And a lot of these villages, the kids had never seen a white person. So when I'd come in, they'd go screaming to Mama. Couldn't understand why I didn't have any color. And there was one particular crew that just were incredible. And you know, when I first established friendship with them, and they couldn't comprehend that I was going to take them downstream 50 miles. They'd never been more than 20 miles from their village in their lives. And then they'd say things like, who will do your food? Who will do your laundry? Who will make you, you know, and I kept doing this. And in essence, they said, hey, he's one of us.
Oh, wow.
And there was no white or black from then on.
That's cool.
We were just buddies. And that is such a memorable experience to share every day everything that's going on, running dangerous rapids, you know, and seeing their courage and control and calmness. And they were brothers. And I thought how few Belgians, it was the Belgian Congo at the time, how few white Belgians ever really got to know the people. There was always that white superiority and the black inferiority, which I've always have found disreputable and inaccurate. But anyway, I had 129 paddlers overall, and it was one of the great experiences of all my African trips.
That's awesome.
And I loved seeing wildlife, you know, paddling quietly with no outboard to fill the air with fumes, and gliding along quietly. You'd come upon drinking animals, and sometimes they'd look up at you and then think, well, there's no danger there, and they go right back to drinking. And feeling integrated with nature that way. Well, for months I was on the Nile, mostly alone, 9 months of paddling 4,000 miles. And to have that experience where you're sometimes 200 miles from anything, you know, except little humble villages, and to be totally integrated with the wildlife and the gorgeous birds flying over, migrating from Africa to Europe. And you go quietly along, and when you get back to civilization, speak so loudly, you know, there's such, you know, activity and, you know, restlessness, and then to go to a village where they, they savor life and experience it at a time. They have a love and closeness with everyone in the village. And it's something we are losing very rapidly in the modern world. So I was very grateful for that. And looking out in the backyard and seeing a couple little cottontail rabbits munching away, and maybe 10 different species of birds just feeding and taking their bath at the 3 bird baths we have. And that just makes life much more enriched. Thank you.
Thank you, Grandpa.